Well, here's the next leg of our journey to the north for our winter tour. And we are on our way to Chiang Mai, but I said there's going to be one more stop. And as you can see, we're in a campground here at a national park called, I think it's called Khun Chae National Park. And it's in between Phayao and Chiang Mai. And so we stopped here at this campground. As you can see, I think you can see the Rippermobile up here on the hill. And we pulled in, there was really no place to actually pay, to give them money. And we just followed the sign that said campground. And we ended up here at this campground. Now, up at the top, there's a little sign that says no motorbikes and no cars. But I think that means in this area down here. And we asked the guy, could we park up there? And he said, yeah, no problem. So we're going to be parked up there for the night. And listen. It's quiet. Oh, you gotta love it. One of my YouTube viewers was complaining about the ecology of golf courses, ruining the environment or whatever. And I said that I was sort of a fan of golf courses because in Asia, noise is incessant, especially in cities. And you go to a golf course and it's the only place you're sort of in nature with quiet. And so I really find a lot of value in them. I'm not a good golfer at all. I'm terrible. But I really enjoy being around nature and in the quiet. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful night. Plus, it's an open sky. We do have some clouds. I'm not sure about the stars. If the clouds are going to interfere with seeing the stars, but it's beautiful here. And as you can see, the bathrooms are right there. And so we got the shower and the bathroom right next to the Rippermobile. And we got a nice view of the stars and a place to hang out for the night. So there you go. If anything changes, somebody comes in and tells us we got to pay or something, I'll let you know. But for right now, this is it. It's going to be our home for the night. And then tomorrow off to Chiang Mai. You hear that? Some birds. That's what we woke up to today. You know, I traveled around a lot throughout Thailand, and I very rarely would stop and use the parks like this. Most of the time I'd pull into the PTT gas station and just bunk out in the van and then continue my trip. But I passed by a lot of these national parks and never stopped. This is like the first time we've really focused on spending the night in these parks. Check this out. And again, we were the only ones here all night. Nobody ever bothered us, never. They did turn on all these little lights on the path. I don't know, about 9, 10 o'clock, which didn't help our viewing of the stars last night, but it was nice of them to do it. Bathrooms were great. No hot water again, of course. In the States now, I think the state parks have solar hot water. They should switch to that. It'd be a good thing. But Thais are used to using cold water a lot anyway for showering. So for them it's great. But it'll wake you up faster than espresso, I can tell you that, in the morning. But anyway, this is what we woke up to. Great. Awesome. Beautiful. So we're off again today. And we might have a couple little pit stops along the way, but we're headed to Chiang Mai today. But I hate to leave this. All right. See you later. Okay, before we leave Khun Chae National Park, they had the restaurant right out front. We saw the sign that said restaurant, but we never saw the restaurant inside because it's at the entrance right on the highway here. So we stopped before we head out of here to get some food and some coffee, of course. But I wanted to show you. Now, these prices are pretty much faded, and not all of them have prices on them, but I wanted to give you an idea. This is a national park on the highway. So I would think, normally the prices would probably reflect that. They would be a little bit more expensive. We've got mixed seafood for 50 baht, pad wu sen, which is mixed bean thread with vegetables and stuff. It's a salad for 40 baht. The fried vegetables, fried morning glory, don't have prices on them, but let's see what else has a price. Fried rice with chicken or pork, 45 baht it looks like, or 40 baht. An omelet on top of rice, 30 baht. Shrimp fried rice, 50 baht. So it's pretty reasonable to eat here. We'll see what the food tastes like. One of the reasons my videos changed a little bit in the format was because I wanted to make them more entertaining. And it's sort of common knowledge. Everybody's talking about how cheap it is here. So I don't really do that much of it anymore. But I want to let you know, here's a national park on the highway. It's still fairly cheap. So when we go out like we're doing right now and do this tour, camping and stuff, I wanted to show you how cheap it is to camp. It's real inexpensive to camp. So if you had a vehicle and a tent, you could travel all over Thailand, stay in these national parks for, I think they were charging a foreigner 100 baht to get in. And what was it, 40 baht for the tent, 30 baht for the vehicle, something like that. Not expensive at all. Then if you have Thai ID or something that comes down to a Thai price, it's a joke. It's really, and they got the bathrooms, the showers and everything, so it's really inexpensive. And to eat on the road, as you see, road food isn't even expensive if you stop at a nice little place. So it's doable that if you're on a Category 1, Category 2 budget, you don't have to sit in your room. You don't have to hang out and be a hermit. If you have transportation, you can get out. You could be doing this on a motorbike. I just say be very careful on a motorbike getting on these roads. Don't stay on the road at night. Get off. Make sure you're camped out before it got dark. As you're going down the road, because we drive on the left, stay on the left shoulder as far as possible because they'll be passing on curves in the mountains and stuff. But it's all doable, even on a small budget, that you can have a real life. That's why I say one of my slogans is more life for less money. If you're on a budget and you're retired, don't wait till you're 70 to retire thinking, well, I'll have a little bit more money. You're going to save so much more money by not waiting till you're 70 that you can still have a great life. You're probably spending as much as you'd be saving over here, and probably be a wash anyway. So don't wait till you're 70 and you're too old to do some of this stuff. Get out, have fun, do something. Get more life for less money. Remember, there's always an option. So we're going to have some food. So one of the things we got was what's called ladna. Ladna is a noodle in gravy. If you can see this, it's got vegetables. Well, this one actually has shrimp, and then has these wide rice noodles. And really, as soon as they bring it to the table, I was waiting to shoot this video, but you're supposed to break these noodles up so they don't sort of clump together. But this was one of my favorite dishes before I actually came to Thailand. I don't get it too often because most ladna stalls and stuff, especially in malls, they have pork that's bubbling away for this gravy. But if they make it on the fly to order, I'll still order it. It's one of my favorite things because I don't like dry food, and this is the antithesis of dry. And then what Thais will normally do to condiment it is take a little pepper, sprinkle a little pepper on his, and they'll put, the Thais will put a little bit of sugar. Thank you. Yeah, good. She was saying, be careful, it's very hot. Then they'll put, now that's called pikpon. And then this nam tan, which is sugar. I don't usually put the sugar in it, but Thais will. And then they might even put a little bit of this vinegar, som, nam som, in there as well. And then they'll stir it up and eat it. So whatever your fancy is, but this is one of my favorite dishes and one of the things we ordered. So I was telling Nat, I said, you ought to get a shot of me eating it. But I think one of the reasons I don't do that is because there's somebody that has this very popular on YouTube that does that, and it's like, I think it looks so goofy. It's so good. You probably know who I'm talking about anyway. But it is very good. 2 thumbs up on the ladna. So here's the other dish we got, which is pad see ew, which is the same white rice noodle, stir-fried with some soy sauce, some vegetables, some egg, and in this case, chicken. And traditionally, we'll do the same thing, put a little of the pepper, spicy, the dry pepper on the top. Some of this lime will be squeezed on the top. Alright, nam tan sugar, Thai people will put sugar on there. So, let's see if we can get Nat to give her famous impression. Yeah, there you go. A very good impression, too. Anyway, so those are 2 dishes. We've got ladna, which is getting ready to disappear, and pad see ew. Okay, well, on the way to Khun Chae National Park, we saw these hot springs here. I'm a fan of hot springs. I love soaking in hot water. So we came back before we head into Chiang Mai to see if we could actually get a room, because in Chiang Rai and Sam Kampang, they have hot springs and they have rooms you can rent for about 150 baht for a few hours, and 2 people can use them. Well, they have rooms here, but it's 200 baht per person. It's a big tourist area here for the Chinese to stop and other tourists to stop with tour buses to buy souvenirs and stuff. So it's nice to see the springs, but I don't think we're going to be indulging here. For 200 baht per person, we're going to head off to Chiang Mai. But if you take advantage of these hot springs around Thailand, it's really a good thing. They're very therapeutic and noisy. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.